Welcome back to our channel, World Coins History. As you knew that old is gold, but these rare Lincoln penny coins that are most valuable than you think, don't spend one of them, so please watch complete video and find your treasure. Let's start this. Top 1. Today, we're diving into one of the most fascinating coins in modern American history, the 2009 Lincoln penny from the Performative Years series. If you've ever been curious about coins that combine history, art, and collectability, this one deserves your full attention. The 2009 penny series was a special release, marking the 200th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Unlike standard pennies, the U.S. Mint released 4 unique reverse designs, each depicting a stage of Lincoln's life. Among them, the Performative Years coin stands out for its incredible detail and historical significance, capturing young Lincoln in his Kentucky boyhood, walking through the forests that shaped his early years. What makes this coin so special isn't just the design, it's also the story behind it. Collectors love coins that tell a narrative, and this one perfectly blends history and artistry. But rarity is where the excitement truly begins. The Performative Years penny was struck in large quantities, but coins with certain minting errors or exceptional condition can fetch a much higher price. Minor errors like doubled dies, off-center strikes, or weak details in Lincoln's image can instantly make a coin a collector's dream. These subtle imperfections are incredibly sought after because they are unrepeatable mistakes from the minting process, making each error coin unique. For anyone starting a collection or simply curious about coin values, it's essential to know what to look for. Condition plays a huge role. Coins that have never been circulated, maintaining their original luster, are far more valuable than those showing wear and tear. Grading from reputable services can dramatically increase a coin's market worth, as certified coins give buyers confidence that they're getting a genuine collectible. Let's talk numbers, because that's what collectors love to hear. On the open market today, a standard 2009 Formative Years penny in circulated condition usually sells for around $1, sometimes even less if it shows heavy wear. However, uncirculated coins, especially those with mint errors, can jump in value dramatically. Auction houses and dedicated coin dealers have reported that rare error pennies in pristine condition can sell for hundreds of dollars, sometimes even approaching $1,000, depending on rarity, grading, and demand among collectors. The thrill of finding one of these coins at a local shop or online auction is what makes collecting so addictive. Every coin tells a story, and the Performative Years penny combines history, rarity, and the excitement of discovery. For collectors, the hunt is just as important as the coin itself. Imagine holding a small copper disc that represents not just currency, but a piece of American heritage, a tiny window into the life of one of the country's most iconic figures. That's why this coin continues to capture attention and why even casual coin enthusiasts find themselves studying every detail under a magnifying glass, searching for that perfect error or the gleaming uncirculated shine. Top 2, we're diving deep into a classic piece of American history, the 1967 Lincoln penny. At first glance, it might look like just another 1-cent coin, but for collectors, it's a hidden treasure with stories, quirks, and rare variations that make it truly exciting. The 1967 Lincoln penny was minted during an era of subtle change in the United States, and while it wasn't a special anniversary release like other Lincoln pennies, it still holds an important place in numismatic history. Its timeless design features Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, a tribute that has appeared on U.S. cents since 1909, while the reverse proudly displays the iconic wheat ears, a design that would soon give way to the Lincoln Memorial in 1959. But coins like this in early circulation still hold collector value today. Collectors know that the true allure of the 1967 penny isn't just its design, it's the rarity of certain errors and high-grade specimens. Some 1967 pennies exhibit minting mistakes that make them highly sought after. You might encounter doubled dies, where parts of the design appear slightly doubled, or off-center strikes, where the image doesn't sit perfectly in the middle of the coin. Even minor imperfections, like weak lettering or doubled dates, can make a coin stand out in a collection. These coins are exciting because they are one-of-a-kind errors, a snapshot of the minting process frozen in time, which is why collectors love to search through rolls just for a single example. Condition is king in the world of coin collecting, and the 1967 Lincoln penny is no exception. A coin that has circulated heavily, with worn surfaces and scratches, may only hold nominal value. But an uncirculated 1967 penny, with its original copper luster intact, is another story entirely. Grading these coins through professional services can dramatically increase their market value, giving collectors confidence in the authenticity and quality of their purchase. Even among circulated coins, subtle differences in color, shine, and strike sharpness can influence value, making each coin unique. Now let's talk numbers, because that's what collectors love to know. On the current market, a standard 1967 Lincoln penny in circulated condition is usually worth about 1 cent to a few dollars, depending on its quality and eye appeal. However, if you come across a rare mint error or a flawless uncirculated specimen, the value can jump significantly. Auction houses and collectors have reported that certain error pennies from 1967, like double dies or off-center strikes, can fetch up to several $100s, with top-graded examples selling even higher. This potential for discovery is exactly what makes collecting these coins so thrilling, the possibility that one roll of pennies could hide a true treasure. For coin enthusiasts, the 1967 Lincoln penny represents more than currency. It's a piece of history, a glimpse into the past, and a tangible connection to the legacy of Abraham Lincoln. Each coin has a story, whether it's the subtle errors from the mint or the journey it's taken through countless hands over the decades. The thrill of holding a rare or perfect example in your hand is an experience every collector cherishes, and it's what keeps people coming back to hunt for more. If you're starting a collection or just love historic coins, the 1967 Lincoln penny is an essential piece. Standard coins are valued at around 1 cent to a few dollars in circulation, but rare errors or pristine uncirculated examples can sell for hundreds of dollars at auction, making it a coin every collector should know about. Keep an eye out for mint mistakes, study the details, and remember, the excitement of discovery is part of the adventure. Top 3, we're taking a close look at a timeless piece of American history, the 1962 Lincoln penny. On the surface, it may seem like just another 1-cent coin, but for collectors, it holds a charm and value that makes it a must-see. The 1962 penny features Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, a design that has been beloved since 1909, capturing the dignity and legacy of one of America's most iconic presidents. The reverse still showcases the classic wheat ears, a symbol of prosperity and growth, before the design switched to the Lincoln Memorial in 1959, but many coins from this era maintain the charm and craftsmanship that collectors adore today. What makes the 1962 Lincoln penny truly exciting isn't just its design, it's the possibility of rarity and minting errors. Coin collectors know that even small mistakes can dramatically increase a coin's value. Some 1962 pennies were produced with double dies, where the image or lettering appears slightly duplicated, giving the coin a subtle but noticeable distortion. Other rare errors include off-center strikes, missing or weak mint marks, or variations in the copper alloy used. These imperfections are highly sought after because each one is unique, a moment in the minting process frozen in time that can make any collection stand out. Condition is one of the most important factors for this coin. A circulated 1962 penny, worn from decades of use, may hold minimal value beyond its 1-cent face value. But uncirculated coins, with their original shine and crisp details, are another story entirely. Professional grading can dramatically increase a coin's market price, as certified coins give collectors confidence in their authenticity and condition. Even among circulated coins, subtle differences like sharper detail, richer color, or stronger strikes can make a significant difference, which is why collectors often hunt through countless rolls searching for that perfect example. On the market today, a standard 1962 Lincoln penny in circulated condition is generally worth around 1 cent to a few dollars, depending on wear and eye appeal. But the thrill comes with the rarities. Coins with mint errors, double dies, or flawless uncirculated specimens can fetch hundreds of dollars at auctions, sometimes even higher for those with exceptional rarity or grading. Imagine holding a small copper coin that carries not just historical significance but also the excitement of discovery. This is what makes collecting coins like the 1962 penny so addictive. For collectors, the 1962 Lincoln penny is more than currency, it's a piece of history, a tangible connection to the early 1960s, and a reminder of Abraham Lincoln's enduring legacy. Each coin tells a story, whether through subtle minting errors, unique variations, or simply the journey it has taken over decades. The search for rare examples is part of the adventure, and the satisfaction of finding a coin in pristine condition or spotting a rare error is what keeps enthusiasts coming back for more. If you're building a coin collection or just love historic coins, the 1962 Lincoln penny is an essential piece. Standard coins today are valued at around 1 cent to a few dollars, but rare mint errors or top-graded uncirculated examples can sell for hundreds of dollars at auction, making it a true collector's treasure. Keep an eye out for double dies, off-center strikes, and other rare variations. They're what make this coin special. Top 4, we're exploring a coin that might be sitting in your pocket right now but holds a fascinating story for collectors, the 1979 Lincoln penny. At first glance, it may seem ordinary, but this penny is a part of the enduring legacy of Abraham Lincoln, who has graced the 1-cent coin for over a century. The obverse of the coin features Lincoln's iconic profile, while the reverse displays the Lincoln Memorial, a design that had been used since 1959. This small coin is more than currency, it's a piece of American history, and for collectors, it holds a unique place due to its potential rarity and collectible errors. While the 1979 penny was minted in vast quantities, certain variations and minting mistakes make some coins highly sought after. Collectors often hunt for double dies, where lettering or parts of the design appear doubled, a subtle but exciting error that can dramatically increase a coin's value. Other errors include off-center strikes, repunched mint marks, or coins with unusual color variations due to differences in the copper composition. Even a tiny imperfection can turn an ordinary penny into a valuable collector's item, which is why hunting through rolls and bags of pennies is so thrilling. Condition plays a huge role in determining the value of a 1979 Lincoln penny. Circulated coins, which show signs of wear from decades of handling, are generally worth only their face value or slightly more. But uncirculated coins, which maintain their original luster and sharp details, can be far more valuable. Professional grading can also add significant value, as certified coins give collectors confidence that they are purchasing a genuine, high-quality piece. Even within circulated coins, those with brighter color, stronger details, or rare minting variations are highly prized by collectors. Let's talk numbers, because this is what coin enthusiasts love. A standard 1979 Lincoln penny in circulated condition is usually worth about 1 cent to a few dollars depending on its state. However, uncirculated coins or those with notable errors can fetch much higher prices. Double die errors or coins with striking anomalies have been known to sell at auction for several $100s, depending on rarity and demand. The excitement of discovering a coin that could be worth hundreds, hidden among everyday change, is part of the thrill of collecting, and it's why even casual collectors love examining each penny closely. For collectors, the 1979 Lincoln penny represents more than just monetary value. Each coin carries a story, from the design that honors Abraham Lincoln to the subtle imperfections that occurred during the minting process. Hunting for these coins is both a journey and an adventure, giving collectors a tangible connection to history. Every penny is a small but meaningful piece of the past, and finding a rare variation or a perfectly preserved coin can be a rewarding experience that connects you to generations of numismatists. If you're building a collection or simply love American coins, the 1979 Lincoln penny is an essential piece. Standard coins are valued at around 1 cent to a few dollars, but rare mint errors or top-graded uncirculated examples can sell for hundreds of dollars at auction, making it a treasure worth seeking out. Keep an eye out for double dies, off-center strikes, or unusual mint marks. They are what make this coin exciting for collectors. Top 5, we're diving into a small coin with a big story, the 1963 Lincoln penny. At first glance, it might look like just another 1-cent piece, but for collectors, it's a coin full of history, rare variations, and the potential for serious value. The 1963 penny features Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, a design that has stood the test of time since 1909, honoring the legacy of one of America's most iconic presidents. The reverse showcases the Lincoln Memorial, a design introduced in 1959 to mark Lincoln's 150th birthday, and it's a design that has become instantly recognizable to millions of Americans. While the 1963 Lincoln penny was minted in huge numbers, not all coins are created equal. Collectors know that rare errors and unique variations can dramatically increase a coin's value. Some 1963 pennies show doubled dies, where letters or numbers appear slightly doubled, creating a subtle but collectible error. Others might have off-center strikes, weak mint marks, or unusual color variations due to differences in copper composition. Even minor imperfections can transform a common penny into a treasure for collectors, which is why numismatists love examining every detail under magnification. Condition is a major factor for determining the value of the 1963 penny. Circulated coins, which show wear from years of handling, typically hold only face value or a little more. But uncirculated coins, with their original luster and crisp details, are far more desirable. Professional grading services can further enhance a coin's value, giving buyers confidence in its authenticity and condition. Even within circulated coins, subtle differences like sharper details, brighter color, or strong strikes can make a difference, which is why every roll of pennies is a potential treasure hunt for collectors. Now let's talk about real numbers, because collectors love to know what their coins are worth. A standard 1963 Lincoln penny in circulated condition is usually valued at around 1 cent to a few dollars, depending on its wear and eye appeal. However, uncirculated coins or those with notable errors can fetch significantly higher prices. Double die errors, off-center strikes, or other rare variations from this year have been sold at auctions for hundreds of dollars, sometimes even more, depending on rarity and collector demand. The excitement of discovering a coin that could be worth hundreds hidden in a roll of pennies is exactly what makes collecting so addictive. For collectors, the 1963 Lincoln penny is more than a simple coin. It represents a piece of history, a connection to the early 1960s, and a tangible link to Abraham Lincoln's enduring legacy. Each coin tells a story, whether through subtle minting errors, unique variations, or simply the journey it has taken through decades of circulation. The hunt for rare or pristine coins is part of the adventure, and finding a perfect example or a rare error is a thrill every collector cherishes. If you're building a collection or simply love historic coins, the 1963 Lincoln penny is a must-have. Standard coins are worth around 1 cent to a few dollars, but rare errors or uncirculated examples can sell for hundreds of dollars at auction, making it a true collector's gem. Keep an eye out for double dies, off-center strikes, and unusual mint marks. They are what make this coin exciting. Top 6. We're diving into a coin that might seem ordinary but has a story that makes collectors' hearts race, the 1982 Lincoln penny. At first glance, it's just a 1-cent piece, but this coin is one of the most interesting and debated years in modern U.S. coinage. The 1982 penny marks a major turning point in history because it's the year the U.S. Mint changed the composition of the Lincoln cent. Earlier pennies were primarily copper, but starting in 1982, most pennies were made with a zinc core and a thin copper plating due to rising copper prices. This means that within the same year, there are both 95% copper pennies and mostly zinc pennies, which instantly adds a layer of excitement for collectors trying to spot the difference. But what makes the 1982 Lincoln penny even more captivating are the rare variations and errors that appear in circulation. Some pennies from this year have double dies, where letters or numbers appear slightly duplicated. Others show off-center strikes, weak details, or even striking anomalies that make each coin unique. Even small variations in weight or color can identify whether a coin is copper or zinc, making it a tiny treasure hunt for enthusiasts. Collectors love these coins because each error is like a fingerprint from the minting process. No two are exactly alike. Condition is crucial when it comes to valuing a 1982 penny. Circulated coins with signs of wear are usually worth face value or a little more, but uncirculated coins with their original luster intact are far more valuable. Professional grading can significantly enhance a coin's worth, giving buyers confidence that they are acquiring a high-quality, genuine collectible. Even among circulated coins, subtle differences like stronger strikes, richer color, or sharper details can make one penny more desirable than another, which is why coin collectors carefully examine every detail. now let's get into numbers because this is where collectors get excited. A standard 1982 Lincoln penny in circulated condition is typically worth around 1 cent to a few dollars, depending on its composition and condition. However, rare errors, double dies, or uncirculated copper pennies from this year can fetch much higher prices. Some auction records show that certain copper 1982 pennies, especially in pristine condition or with noticeable errors, can sell for hundreds of dollars, while top-tier uncirculated examples sometimes even approach $1,000, depending on rarity and demand. The thrill of finding one of these coins in a roll of change is exactly what makes collecting so addictive. For coin enthusiasts, the 1982 Lincoln penny is more than just a piece of currency, it's a small slice of history, a glimpse into the decisions of the U.S. Mint, and a tangible connection to one of the most significant changes in modern coinage. Every penny tells a story, whether it's the subtle error on a double die, the off-center strike, or the journey it has taken through decades of circulation. Hunting for rare or uncirculated examples is part of the adventure, and holding a perfect or unusual 1982 penny is a thrill every collector remembers. If you're building a collection or just love American coins, the 1982 Lincoln penny is a must-have. Standard coins are valued at around 1 cent to a few dollars, but rare copper examples, mint errors, and uncirculated coins can sell for hundreds of dollars at auction, making it a true collector's gem. Keep an eye out for double dies, off-center strikes, and copper pennies. They are what make this coin so fascinating. Top 7 and last unique penny. We're exploring a coin that might seem ordinary at first glance but holds a special place in the hearts of collectors, the 1985 Lincoln penny. While it's just a 1-cent coin in your pocket, this little piece of copper and zinc tells a story that spans decades. The obverse features Abraham Lincoln, whose profile has graced U.S. pennies since 1909, symbolizing leadership, history, and legacy. On the reverse, we see the Lincoln Memorial, a design introduced in 1959 to commemorate the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. For many collectors, this coin is not just money, it's a small piece of history. What makes the 1985 penny particularly interesting are the errors and rare variations that can make a coin highly sought after. Collectors are always on the lookout for double dies, where letters or numbers appear slightly duplicated, creating a subtle but fascinating anomaly. Off-center strikes, weak mint marks, and unusual color variations due to differences in copper or zinc composition also make certain pennies stand out. Even minor imperfections can transform an everyday coin into a collector's treasure. The thrill of spotting a unique error among rolls of pennies is part of what makes coin collecting such an addictive hobby. Condition is everything when it comes to determining value. A circulated 1985 penny that has been in wallets or registers for decades is typically worth only its face value. However, uncirculated coins, which retain their original luster and crisp details, are far more valuable. Professional grading services can further enhance the coin's market worth, as certified coins give collectors confidence in their authenticity and quality. Even within circulated coins, sharper detail, stronger strikes, and richer color can elevate a penny's appeal, making each example a potential gem. Now let's talk numbers because collectors love to know the real market value. A standard 1985 Lincoln penny in circulated condition is usually worth around 1 cent to a few dollars. However, uncirculated coins or those with mint errors can fetch significantly higher prices. Double die errors, off-center strikes, or coins with particularly strong luster have been sold at auction for hundreds of dollars. For collectors, the thrill comes not just from value, but from discovering a rare coin that might have been hiding in change for decades. This excitement is exactly what makes the hunt for coins like the 1985 penny so rewarding. For collectors, the 1985 Lincoln penny is more than currency. It's a piece of history, a tangible connection to the mid-1980s, and a chance to hold a coin that carries both artistic and historical significance. Each coin tells a story, whether it's a rare minting error, a subtle double die, or simply the journey it has taken through decades of circulation. The joy of holding a perfect or unique example is something every coin lover treasures, and it's what keeps enthusiasts returning to rolls of pennies, looking for that hidden gem. If you're building a collection or simply fascinated by American coins, the 1985 Lincoln penny is an essential piece. Standard circulated coins are valued at around 1 cent to a few dollars, but rare mint errors, double dies, or pristine uncirculated coins can sell for hundreds of dollars at auction, making this penny a true collector's treasure. Keep an eye out for mint mistakes, sharp details, and unusual variations. They are what make this coin exciting for collectors of all levels. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1985 Lincoln penny and want more stories about rare coins, hidden treasures, and valuable finds, make sure to hit that subscribe button and join our growing community of coin lovers. The next coin you pick up might be worth far more than you ever imagined.